Jeebers, hey, it's Scott here with a quick little, not really tales from the trail. That's a little bonus little episode, but not really. Here's what we got for you guys. In show 92 that's airing tomorrow or tonight, whichever way you want to look at it, Kevin and I discussed about chasing the problems with his wiring harness. Well, obviously that show is recorded well in advance. We have since did a video about repairing and finding the problem with his wiring harness. So check that out on our YouTube page. It's actually really kind of cool. It's really informative, and we took the time to show you how we did it, removing the wiring harness and putting it on the plywood with zip ties to show you how you can work with it. Again, really super neat. It's on our YouTube page. But to be honest with you, though, show 92 almost didn't happen. And that's another thing I want to talk about. One of the cool things that Kevin and I decided to do is we decided to go the route of the Patreon. That allows Kevin and I to do things that are in our own way, if you will. And the cool thing about that is it's a way for us to give extra bonus features and videos to the Patreons. And some of the Patreons out there actually already got the one-time only sticker. And what's cool about those stickers is that they were only made once. Kevin and I don't even have one in our vehicle, and that was the Trail Team 1, and those won't be reproduced, to be honest with you. But on that note, though, because of those Patreons, especially one in particular, I'd like to thank, Mark Cantrell. He owns WranglerFix.com, and we actually had the show computer fail and go down on us, and the video card went out. And being in a 2008 Mac Pro, getting parts for that thing is kind of tough. You can't just go to Best Buy and grab one. And so, of course, you have to go on the internet and find them. Gee, sounds familiar. WranglerFix.com does the same thing. They find older Jeep computers, and we've had the show up with them. And it's really cool what they do. And not only older Jeeps, but they also do it for the newer Jeeps too. But with his generous donation, we were able to get the show computer back up and running, and you guys now have a show. So the Patreon system does work. It allows us to upgrade equipment and make repairs to much needed repairs, on that note. But, not only that, but like our other Patreons, Adam, Brandon, Doug, Ed, Edward, Francis, Jared, Mark, Matt, Mitchell, Patrick, just to name a few, those are our Patreons past and present. Thank you very much for everything you do. It allows us to keep this show going, in the way that we can keep bringing you guys what Kevin and I like to refer to as infotainment. It's a really cool way to bring you guys some good information in a fun, informative way. On that note, and even then, not just being a Patreon, but just contributing to the show. Like Steve, he's an engineer and bought an LJ and, daily driver, and wanted to find out, hey, what kind of lift should I go with? And so we've been emailing back and forth. And, matter of fact, not only is he an engineer, mechanical engineer, but he also loves fart jokes. So go team fart jokes. But it's really cool because, he took time out of his day to send us a message. So not only are the Patreons important, but you, the listener, is important too, because you guys send us messages, you ask questions, you push us to be better, and that's what drives this show forward. We really can't do the show without your input, so, the Patreons are nice. That keeps the lights on, but you, the listener, keeps us moving forward, whether you tell other people about our show, or you go out and you ask questions, or you come to one of our events where we're trying to teach new Jeepers, that'll get back. We'll get back to that. There are better days ahead. That's all I'm going to say about that. But, again, every bit, every facet, every part of this show is important. Whether, again, you're a Patreon, whether, Mark Larson from the Jeep Lab or Ron Davis from Red Scorpion Fabworks, who, constantly give us updates and information. Every part of you guys contribute in a way, you guys and gals and listeners, every one of you contribute to the show, which is incredibly important. And the feedback Kevin and I get, hey, are you guys okay? Whether it been a hurricane or with what's going on right now, yeah, we're fine. We're here. We're not going anywhere. We're moving forward, and, we can't do it without your help. So again, you guys and gals got questions on the trailpodcast@gmail.com. We will be happy to answer them. So I have done talking. You guys and gals enjoy show 92. And again, if you have those questions, send us an email or Facebook message, and we'll be happy to answer them. Thanks again. Bye.